Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. In this game, we'll see Baltimore against Albuquerque. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony.
Here we go.
So Baltimore wins the tip. Here's Law from outside the arc. Pass to Beasley. There's the three. Green with the rebound. Here's Dillingham. An easy 2 points on the layup. Dillingham's got the first points up on the board for Albuquerque. Great Kentucky native Reed Shepherd followed in his dad's footsteps and stayed local for his college years.
How cool was that? His dad, winning 2 national championships for the Bluegrass State, was named the MVP of the '98 college tournament, and he even had a brief stint in the NBA. Reed, the 3rd overall pick of the 2024 draft, blazing his own trail.
Baltimore with the ball, following the three-point shot by Albuquerque. To the middle. The shot by Williams, no good. And so Green will bring it up for Albuquerque. For the three. Baltimore with the rebound.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Again, the miss by Baltimore. Now, Shepherd. Here's Vanderbilt. Out to the right wing. Shepherd with the ball. Just 5 on the clock. A three-pointer off the mark.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And here is Vanderbilt. Outside, Green. The screen from Brown. Here's Shepherd. Back to Green. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here's Law. They could use a bucket. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Brown trying to free himself up. The shot's good from Vanderbilt.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Albuquerque foul call. Robert Dillingham. First personal foul. First team foul.
Williams a screen. And that one is good by Beasley.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Pass to Brewer. Here is Sigma. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. On the wing, Green. Off target with his three. Here's Long. And Baltimore hits a kill from deep.
And, you know, Brewer does a lot of things well, including passing the rock.
And as it goes out of bounds, Albuquerque able to keep the ball here. .32 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Puts the move on. And it's laid in by Shepherd. Shepherd's got his first basket.
The feet are what made that play happen inside for Shepherd.
There's a good screen. Pass to Sigma. That's good, and a nice assist from Law. Sigma's got the lead up to 2 now for Baltimore.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish. And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
He almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that ball.
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
11.
And so here's Albuquerque. Pass to Shepard. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Long. Drains the three-pointer.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
And here is Green. Vanderbilt with the screen. Down low. Williams with the steal. Beasley with a clean look. And Baltimore hits again from deep.
3 points.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
Here's Dillingham. And the slam dunk by Dillingham.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
And breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Albuquerque.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
Pass to Law. And they get it. It's rebounded by Brown. Now here's Vanderbilt. Fires the three. And again Albuquerque with the triple.
How can we forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that opening of a look.
Law, good. Law's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Baltimore.
The wheel come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Fires to the hoop. Back to Brown. Pocket six. Dillingham with the bucket. Dillingham's got 10 points here in the second half.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And you know what he does? I mean, in the NBA, you've got to have ways to score over defenders of all sizes.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Baltimore foul call. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Mitchell. Mitchell hit the back.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Long. Again, the miss by Baltimore. Albuquerque leading by 10. Mitchell outside. Pass to Martin. Outside Robinson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's There's the three. Stewart grabs the board.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky.
He's off.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him, but again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
Now, Koulibaly. Pass to Kamare. Mitchell outside. Three-pointer. Baltimore with the rebound. Beasley outside. Baltimore moving that ball around. Shoots it up. Misses the jumper.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all. Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
And Davion Mitchell gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game for Baltimore. Reddish with the ball. They set the pick. At the elbow, it's on. To the inside. It's up by Robinson.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Albuquerque leading by 11. Here's Mitchell. No good off the front iron. This one for three. Reddish's shot is good. Reddish has got himself on the board with three there.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Here's Mitchell. And there's the drive. And it's Mitchell with the jam. And so Albuquerque takes the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor. Completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester. And that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry.
Here we go.
So Baltimore wins the tip. Here's Law. Fires for three. Bangs home the trifecta.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Crowder. It's blocked. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Beasley.
Home team ball.
Towns, the screen. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Trains the three-pointer.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Here's Crowder. It's blocked. Here's Law. Offline with his three. Here's Towns. It's tipped. On the wing, Brewer. And Baltimore hits again from deep.
The backcourt today as good as it gets. And they've earned the green light every time they touch the ball.
Williams outside. That doesn't go, and he's 0-1 from the field. To the paint. Forward down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
And the all-around game of Towns can score, rebound it, as well as pass the ball. So skilled at his position.
Law misses. Parsons, right side. Good, and his assist goes to town.
And far from just a jump shooter, Parsons also has the touch down low when needed.
Beasley outside. From outside, off the mark. To the middle. Here's Westphal. And he goes in for the dunk.
Going to the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Law, good.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed and getting out on it.
Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Parsons. Beasley for three. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Los Angeles trails by 4. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And it's pretty crowded in there for Crowder. He gets to the line.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Baltimore.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
It's Edwards on the wing. Williams with the block. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Home team ball. Substitution for your home team. Chandler Carson.
Here's Towns. Down low.
Paul Westphal.
Parsons outside. Clock at 4. From deep three-point land. Rebound by Williams. Baltimore leading by 3. Beasley with a clean look. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Beasley's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Baltimore.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony.
Here we go.
Smith outside. Outside Curry. Inside. Baltimore with the rebound. Baltimore with the ball. Here's Sigma. And it's off from three-point range. Outside Curry. To Levine. He takes it. For the layup off a very nice feed.
Good job by Levine fighting for that position.
From past the arc. Long. Good.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Beasley with the steal. Nobody near Williams. And a miss there on the triple. Now here's Curry. Brewer with the steal. And now Brewer running the floor all by himself. Williams gets the bucket.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the three in transition.
Levine. And Levine throws it down.
Going over the top. Levine putting his hops on display.
Pass to Zukma. Back to Beasley. Shoots. And it's Curry with the rebound.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Fires for three. It's hauled in by Sigma. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There should be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Loads of expectations come with going #1 overall, Stan. We all know that. Just ask DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, Kevin, I think he's become one of the more underrated players in this league. He was the top pick in 2018. People will always measure him against that standard. But look, he's averaged a double-double every season in the league. It's not easy to be that consistent.
Just 5 on the clock. To the paint. 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass. A nasty jam.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Law misses.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet. Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other. Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Curry on the wing. That one a tan offline to the right, but drops in for him. Curry's got his first points of the game. Beasley for three. There's 31 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Long. His three-pointers off the mark. Down low. Here's Ayton. Baltimore with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Pass to Sigma. It's tipped. Beasley for three. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Up 3. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
9.